right through that notch of trees right there. That's where the Milky Way should be coming up. This is the debut of my new format for the videos on this channel, and I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about this way that I'm going to present? Any suggestions, questions? Love to hear from you. I've come out to the hill. That's what my nephew calls this place. It's on his farm here in southeast Kansas. It is a beautiful place. And this is not my first time to be here. I've done several videos from here. I've done some drone. I've come out here a couple of times now and to do some night photography of the stars. And that's the plan for tonight. It'll be about 2:30 tomorrow morning. I'll be out here, coming out to this field. It's such a pretty place. If I can set this up right, what I hope to do, if you see these hay bales, that might be the foreground, or I may just use these trees and just come right here. And the Milky Way, right through that notch of trees right there, that's where the Milky Way should be coming up about 2 o'clock in the morning, and it will continue to make its way across the sky. And I planned to do a time lapse. I've learned some things about time lapses. I think what I've been doing is having actually too much time in between the shots. So I'm going to reduce that amount of time between the shots and see if it's a smoother picture. You know, a time lapse is just a sequence of photos that you take individually, and then I'll stitch them together, and that'll give you sort of a look of how the stars go across the sky. It should be beautiful. The Milky Way with all of its different colors, it'll be, I'm hoping to go right across through there. It's a beautiful day. You can see it's very blue skies, very few clouds, a few wispy clouds over there, and that's about it. Very different than even 2 days ago when there were tornado warnings all through this area. We got about 3.5 inches of rain in 12 hours. And now it's beautiful. This is the first. from there it gives me the direction and the timing of the Milky Way, these dots, and the bigger the dots, the more you get to the galactic center. And you see this center line is actually the galactic center, and at 2:52, the galactic center will be at an azimuth of 157 degrees. So then I go in here and open up my compass. And I take that and move it to 157 degrees. Okay, so according to this, the galactic center will be right through there. So I'm going to take a series of photos and then make a panorama out of that. So I'm going to take a picture. Bring it over. Bring it over to those trees. Then I'm going to elevate it up to here. Take a picture. So we'll take these back and put them in my editing software and see if we can't stitch together two panoramas. I really am excited to test this Viltrox lens out. This is the Pro model. It's been very sharp when I've taken pictures in the daytime. So I'm looking forward to see what it does at night. Well, we're out here. Coyotes are going nuts. Listen to them. All around. So it's a beautiful night. It's about right at 60 degrees. Perfect hiking weather. Stars are out. It's beautiful. I'll tell you a little bit as we go on how I'm going to do the night lapse. I want to get about 15 seconds of a night lapse, and there's 24 pictures for every second. So 24 times 15 would give me the number of pictures I need. And I want to do a test shot. I'm going to try 8 seconds for shutter speed, and if that's the case, then my interval would be set at 9 seconds, and I'd have a second between each picture. I'm going to get a test shot. So with my shutter speed set on 6 seconds and giving a second between each photo, I had an interval of 7 seconds. And I took 401 photos to make this 15-second night lapse. So after I finished the night lapse, I moved on to my second goal, and that was to make a panorama of the sky. I began by shooting 4 photos of the tree line. Shot the first photo at 130 degrees southeast, and then I moved to 140 degrees, 150 degrees, and 160 degrees. And then I raised the camera up so that The tops of the trees were in the bottom of my frame, and then I took 4 more in the same settings. And then I went back to the 130 degrees. I raised the camera back up again, this time to where the star cluster that was in the top of the frame, I moved to where it was in the bottom of the frame, and I did 4 more. This way, each photo was about 15% overlapped from side to side and from top to bottom. Took that back to the studio, plugged it into the computer, and this is what I got. And with my work done, I started down the old gravel country road back to home. And as I went down the hill and around the bend, there was the moon. It was beautiful. So I stopped the car, not really worried about traffic at 3:30 in the morning on a country road. Got out, set up my camera. I used my Sony 200 to 600 millimeter zoom lens, zoomed it in to 600 millimeters, and I took this shot. It was a very successful night. I had my night lapse that I looked for, had several photos of the Milky Way that were just, I think, pretty outstanding. Had the panorama that showed the southeastern sky. And then I had the moon. 4 photos stood out. These are my favorite. Which one is your favorite? Tell me in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, share with your friends, and until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay on the path, and God bless you.